Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to part 13 of my Let's Platinum Dark Souls series. We're in Orlando here, this is where we left off in the previous video. I'm just going to show you, I did promise to show you how Dark Hand works, so I'm just going to go to Firelink Shrine. There are two NPCs there that we can use it on. So the first one is Petter, I forget his name, the Thorland guy up here who sells us the miracles early on. So we're just going to walk towards him, equip the Dark Hand and get some free humanity. So you can only do this on certain NPCs. Obviously I'm going to tell you which ones as we go, and it doesn't affect their stance with them with you. So you can see, just grab him, press R2, you're going to grab him, you're going to get a humanity from him, and he's fine with you again. Now he does give you two. And the guy down here, Griggs, who we rescued very early on and sells us sorceries, he will give you 3. I'm using them as kind of money in the bank type situation. If I need some humanity, I'll come back and get it then. I'd advise you do the same as well. So this guy here will give you 3. Yeah, and we're actually going to get 10 from one NPC, a whole 10 from a single person. Later on in this video, as they are part of the Duke's Archives and Crystal Caves, which is what we're doing in this video. So warping back to Orlando Bonfire, we'll be back here. You know this view, you've seen it several times I'm sure, but we're going to hook to the left hand side now and make our way to the Duke's Archive. There is one of these big guys stood in the way. You can either get his attention and run past him, or you're just going to have to fight him, which is kind of what I try and do. Just not getting the damage on him for some reason. Come on, there we go. Right, there are 2 chests behind those other 2. You should have got them at the start of Orlando. That's when I got them. And we're going to go up here and fight some boars. Just 2 of them. They're the kind of war boar that we saw in the Undead Parish a lot earlier on. Confined space this time, but if you have great combustion, then just not a problem. Just hold your shield up, let them run into you, and then just finish them really quickly with that. Done. And you should probably get the Fangboar Helm. I actually get 2 of them. I get 1 from each of them. There is a high chance you'll get it, especially if you have high humanity like I do. I think I actually leave this level with 20. Not this level, but this area, because of the person we're going to get a lot of humanity from. There we go. So at the start of this section, the Duke's Archives, in a moment, we're actually going to have a bit of a boss fight, but it's not. It is an you do die. You cannot escape the situation. So having a Ring of Sacrifice is very, very important. You need to have it equipped so that when you die, you keep everything. Because you don't want to lose all that hard-earned humanity. See at the top there, we're going to get the broken pendant. That is the what you need to get into the DLC for this game. It's that blue crystal golem you can see in the corner there. Kill that and it will drop the pendant. You take it to the where we saved what's her name, the girl from Ulasil. What's her name? It's not coming. Duke? No, that doesn't sound right. Anyway, the girl in Darkroot Basin who we saved, she was in the gold crystal golem. If you go to that exact area, you'll get pulled into the DLC part of the game. Like I said in the previous video, we're not going to be doing that in this series because it's not needed for the Platinum at all. There are some really tough bosses there, and there are some really good items, some good sorceries and things. I think there's a really good pyromancy as well, but we're not going to be doing it. So just in case you do want to do it, kill this guy and you're going to get the broken pendant, which is going to allow you to go there. Now all the enemies in this place are crystal, so that means they hit pretty damn hard. The way I understand crystal weapons work anyway is that they hit hard but they break easier, or you need to upgrade them to repair them, something like that. Yeah, so here is a channeler. This is also going to be the place where we farm for the channeler's Trident. If you can hear the tone of my voice, it's for a reason. If you know this area, then you know why. Farming for that particular rare weapon is a real pain. It's not difficult, it can take a very long time. I'm going to show you the best way that I could that I came up with. That there's two of them, and you can run back and forth between a bonfire. Use homeward to sort of get yourself back to the bonfire to cut down the time of running back. Luckily, in this video, I get it on my third run through the little section that we're doing, and I couldn't believe it. The first time I got this platinum a few months ago, it took me, I think it was 6 or 8 hours. I'm sorry if that puts you off, but I think I was more well prepared this time. I didn't have a proper understanding of item discovery at the time, so I've done a lot more research into things like that, and hopefully that's what paid off, and hopefully it's as quick for you as well. So yeah, there's not much in this. This is sort of a precursor to the main part of the Duke's Archive. This is the entrance. We've got to go and attempt the boss fight. There is a chest on each side of this, so you're going to want to walk around and get them. So yeah, the boss for this area is Seath the Scaleless. If you watched the intro at the beginning of the game, then you'll recognise him. He's the dragon who double-crossed or betrayed his kind. Yes, he also has a weapon attached to his tail, like a lot of bosses in this game. The infamous Moonlight Greatsword. Some more Twinkling Titanite. There's lots of that here. It is used for leveling up armor sets and things like that. So it's up to you if you want to do that. I'm going to stick with this one for the majority of the time, I think. It can't be upgraded, unfortunately, so I'm kind of stuck with it. I don't know what I'm doing here. Why am I switching? Oh, yeah, of course. It's check the chain. Always check the chain. That was a mimic. If the chain is pointing towards you, and yes, this is a crystal knight shield. So that's just a regular knight shield that has been turned into crystal, which has had the upgrade done to it, basically. Not something I would use. The knight shield there's a lot better shields out there than the knight shield. I think it has 100% damage reduction, but there's better ones for weight and things like that. And then up we go. There's going to be one enemy up here. He's a bit more of a difficult one. He has a great sword, and he is crystal. So when he does hit, it does hurt, so it's best to draw him out. You can't get past him. No, it's not happening. Best to draw him out into the bigger room. Come on, couldn't find the backstab. I have no idea where that was. I don't know who this character is. I feel like I should, because there's no one else like him in the whole game. I thought I had him then. He did that fat roll and he looked like he was stuck. I really should look up who this is with the fancy armour. We're done? We're done here. Right, so hopefully you've got some great combustion left. That's going to make this bit easier. There is a crystal lizard here, and obviously it's very tight, so hitting it with the sword, you could accidentally hit the wall. Nope, I don't have any left, and fireball is far too slow. I think, yeah, so get it once and then it starts off again. Chasing it all the way up here. But there are a few crystal lizards, especially in Crystal Cave, there are some. And there's lots of green titanite to be had, so killing them is a must. But this is obviously the boss fog here. Switch your ring, I still have the rusted ring on, to one of the rare ring, not the rare ring, sorry, the ring of sacrifice. Don't need the rare ring. Although there is curse in here, you can avoid it. So once you have it equipped, go in, walk forward a bit to get his attention. There we go. And then stay back, because you don't want to get hit by curse. This one is curse. I think it's this one. Yeah, so that one, I just tested it for you. That's curse, so stay away from that one. What you want is the one that comes up from the floor. I think it's going to do it now. Yes, that one. No, not that one. That's still curse. There are some that come in lines. Here we go. This one. That come up in lines. That one. So when he does that, just kill yourself. There's no way out of this room. He's indestructible. So yeah, once he does that one with the rose, just die. And the ring will help you out. And you'll actually wake up in a brand new area. Still in the Duke's Archives, but in a kind of prison. Bonfire here. There are 3 guys down there, so don't need to go down there, so don't bother. I was going to change my my thing, but I'll leave it for now. You can switch back to whichever ring you want. Chloranthy for me. And then, yeah, there's 3 guys down there. Nothing down there, so don't worry about it. Kill this guy. He conveniently drops a key that's going to get us out of this cell. Yeah, don't bother with those. And then you're going to get the most... This it always reminds me of that bit in Dumb and Dumber. You want to hear the most annoying noise in the world. The most annoying sound in the world. This might be a contender for it. Yeah. We're going to go and turn this sound off. This is going to be priority. That's what we're going to go and do. But it basically wakes up those enemies there. These guys, weirdly, he attacks. They should run past. There he's off. They should run past you because they kind of know what's coming. Those octopus things, so you can kill them as they, or try to kill them as they run past. It'll save you having to do it later on because you will see them again. That door up there is locked. We need to go down here to get the key. There are several cells on the way. I think this is one of the ones you can actually leave shut. Probably a bit in your best interest to do so. These guys have a grab. Now that was a long way. I did not expect that grab to connect. And yes, we're gonna. That was a short grab. That's what I thought they were going to do. That weird short grab. But no, she went full. I say she. I don't know if it is. It went full grab there. That's what I thought they were going to do. These do drop humanity, so they are good place to farm some humanity. They do come back. They're not one-off enemies. Although once we turn the noise off, they don't come for you when you go back into this area. We will have to come back here later on. They'll just be sort of dormant in their cell, in their cage. So yeah, I think this is the correct one we want to go in, because there is a drop down at the end. Yes. Nope, that didn't work. Yeah, you'll be killing a lot of these guys during the farming for the Trident. It can't be helped, unfortunately. There is no way around it. So grab this key. Oh no, there's another one. We'll go and get rid of it while its back's turned. They are really easy to kill. Look like you saw that grab. Doesn't half hurt. They have that weird spray as well. They're really not difficult enemies. And there is a cell up here that has a locked door still. We just got the key to it. It's a long way. We're going around the houses here for a large soul of a brave warrior, essentially. This is the guy from earlier that ran past us. I don't know why he's coming after me now. He should wait until I turn the sound off. Yeah, it was him. and get the key to get out of here, and we're going to meet Big Hat Logan again. We are going to finish Big Hat Logan's story in this video as well. We need to buy all of the sorceries. We're going to get the sorcery trophy in this part if you have purchased them all up until this point. There's that grab again. Yes, because we will get the last ones. At the end of this playthrough, like I said, I'm going to show you everything, a breakdown of every sorcery, pyromancy, weapon and miracle you should have before we leave. So you can go back and get anything you've missed or prepare to get it in the next playthrough. So priority is to go and turn this noise off. So I'm going to go and do that. There are 3 of those snake guys up here, but if you get their attention and go straight back down the ladder, that's the easiest thing to do. They will follow you, they may fall, but more than likely they'll just slide down, allowing you for an easy backstab. He left himself open. I'm done. So quickly, let's get back up there and turn this goddamn noise off. I could have turned the audio in the game down, but I thought I'd leave it in for full effect. It is quieter anyway, but it definitely stands out. Oh no, come on. No, couldn't get a backstab, just go down already. Right, go, turn this noise off. Oh, thank God. That is just, that's the worst. And here is the key to escape. You can see a cell below us there. That's where Big Hat Logan is trapped. We're going to go and speak to him. We can't help him yet. We don't have the key to his place yet. The key to his cell is right at the end of this place, right at the end of Duke's Archives. So we will have to come back then. These 2 are crying ones. I don't know what's up the deal with that, but if you kill them, they're going to give you a miracle each. So it is something you want to do. Make sure you don't hit Big Hat Logan as well. If they start moving around, watch how you swing in. So yeah, there we go, Soothing Light. 2 miracles, good stuff. So we speak to him, he's going to just say things. And we can't get in there yet. There is a Firekeeper soul at the back end of this cell as well, so it's definitely worth coming back to. But yeah, we're going to be seeing the last of Big Hat Logan in this area. This is the end of his story. So now it's the big long run up. I'm just checking. Yeah, I don't have the key. No, I didn't. I don't know why I did that. It's the big long run up all the way to the top. So we are getting close-ish to the end of the playthrough with regards to how much we've done as to what's left. I'm not sure whether all... There's 3 main big areas left. There's Lost Izalith, there's Tomb of the Giants. They all have preceding areas like this one does. We're essentially getting to Crystal Cave here, but we've got to do Duke's Archive first. So it may just be combined videos like this one is. This is 2 areas into one because it kind of didn't make sense because Crystal Cave's very short and we do have to come back to Duke's Archive afterwards. So I just incorporated it. So it could just be 2 or 3 more videos left, and then the final tidy up video before we actually finish this playthrough. Or if the areas are a bit longer than I remember, then there may be 5. But we are nearly done. There's the white Séance ring, so we've dropped down to get this. Definitely worth grabbing it if you're into using the pyromancies or even miracles and sorceries. It gives you an extra attunement slot, so you can have 3 sorceries on the go at once, or whatever. Pretty handy. Is it better than Chloranthy? Maybe in certain situations, but I just love the having stamina on tap. Basically, I love how it's always there when I need it. I think it's the most important thing, be it for dodging, running, hitting. You just have to have it there all the time. And this is an annoying guy. So there is a guy to his left as well, so don't get caught in the trap of going straight for him. The arrows will hurt a lot less than this guy does. Kind of. They still do hurt. I don't know why the arrows hurt as much as they do, because they're not crystal bows. They're just regular ones. You'll get a lot of those kite shields as well. But we're going to do the farming for the Trident before we do the boss, for the simple reason there is one of these guys. So this is the guy that can drop the Trident. If he does this dance, that's a bad thing. Watch out for enemies around you once they've done that. They will be even stronger. Like the bow guy can hit you in 2 shots, kill you in 2 shots from full health, pretty much. So yeah, if he's done that dance, make sure there's no enemies around, or kill them as quickly as possible. You can see there's another one shooting to my right hand side there. He's the second one. That was the first one. That's the second one of the farm we're going to do, but we need to turn the stairs around first. Can be a bit maze-like, this place. There's a set of stairs in the middle of each of these places, and they do work together. So if you turn one, it'll turn the other one as well in the other room. But yeah, there's lots. I'm just checking each corner. Some of these corners have chests, some of them don't, and it's kind of hard to remember which ones. I think there's definitely one. I think there's definitely, that's not a good sentence, is it? As I turn it round, there's one below me now. I'm pretty sure of it. See, there's a bow guy across there. Can't get to him yet. I don't think there's one here. We're going to get rid of him. No. There is also, there, see, it's just a longbow. It's not even a crystal longbow. I don't know if you can get crystal longbows, to be honest. No, we've already checked here. Nothing, nothing, nothing. There is actually something called the Avarice, which is a crossbow. It is below me right now on top of a bookcase. I will show you where it is and how. I'll tell you how to get it later on. But I'm not going to go for it myself. It's not needed for any trophies, and it is a pain to get. You can die a lot trying to get it. It's basically, I think it's a triple shot crossbow. I don't personally use crossbows, so I'm not bothered. But I will tell you where it is. So yes, I'm just going back because I remembered there is actually a chest down here. And it is Twinkling Titanite. Upgrade resources are always good to get hold of. Even if you don't need them in the moment. You may decide to fully upgrade some armor or something later on. Of course, go and check in here. Nothing here. Now we'll move to the back to the other room, and you'll notice that the stairs have been rotated in there as well. Nope, nothing there. So yeah, you're going to get used to killing these same enemies over and over again, because this is where we'll be farming. Not necessarily these two archers at the top here, you can leave these two. But that guy over there, you'll be killing him a lot. So he does have these, I think they're the soul arrows, those ones. So you can hide here, he can't hit you here as you duck in. Yeah, he just hits the banister. And he does have, they have 3 things that they do. This is the most annoying thing they can do. They can teleport. This one will always teleport to the opposite side, so you'll have to come down and turn the stairs around. And you'll have to kill him here. If he does do that, if you do have to turn those stairs around, when you're farming, that is, make sure to turn them back again once you've done. Otherwise, you'll have a pain. You can come up these ladders that I'm going to use in a moment, but just for the sake of speed. go. Yes, this is what I'm coming back for. This is the sorcery. Strong magic shield. So make sure you grab that. It is needed for the trophy, obviously. And then we're going to kind of finish this area. This is pretty much Duke's Archive done. It is an area I do like the look of it and the feel of it. But the enemies in this place, and the farming as well, it just, it ruins it. The enemies even aren't that bad, it is the farming. Knowing here that you could have to kill those saved enemies over and over for hours just to get a trident. It's heartbreaking. So we're going to go down here. I'm just going to check this corner. And then down here to open up the exit. This archer, unfortunately, is a real pain. If you don't use bows, I suppose you could just jump across there, but it's just not worth it. Just ignore him. He's more of a pain when you're going back up. And then hit this switch. It's going to open up a bookcase to the bottom, basically. Now, I did say make sure the stairs are the right way, but you can't when you're trying to hit that staircase. In here is the robes of the channelers. In here is the key. This is the key to Big Hat Logan's cell. This is the way to Crystal Cave. There's lots in this room. It's like they just saved everything for this room. Go down here. There's going to be 20 Prism Stone. Yeah, there's another section. I've completely forgotten about that. In Crystal Cave, there are invisible floors. Like, literally invisible. Leap of Faith type. Prism Stones are supposed to help you with it. I don't use them personally because I don't like them. This is the final mimic of the game. So once you kill it, if you've killed every other one up until this point, like I have, you will get the... There it is, symbol of Avarice and the enchanted falchion, or falchion, I don't know how to pronounce it. That will be there, but the symbol of Avarice is because it's the last one of the game. It is a really, really rare drop. There's a crystal ember as well, make sure to grab that. The symbol is a really rare drop from any one of the mimics, but it's guaranteed for the last one. It's a helm, it's a helmet you can put on that will increase your item discovery and how many souls you get, but you'll also lose life gradually as well wearing it. So it is a give-take situation. You only need to wear it when you're farming. If you're just farming for items and you're not bothered about the souls, the extra souls, then I wouldn't advise wearing it. I'd just use the gold covetous serpent ring because it doesn't stack with that. So there's no point wearing both of them. If you were doing soul farming, then yes, you can get that. We will be getting the silver serpent ring, which is for souls. I think that does actually stack. I will check that, but we don't have it yet anyway, so you can't do it. But yeah, I don't wear it because it's horrible. The big thing on the screen in the middle of the screen is horrible, and the life reduction, it just... You accidentally sit at a bonfire and it will still be going down at this point. Right, so if you want to kindle this bonfire, if you have a lot of humanity like I do, I'll be up to sort of 22-ish. I'll be getting 10 extra shortly. So yeah, kindling this bonfire is not a bad idea. I will do it later on. I'm going to switch to Homeward because we're going to be farming and we're just going to go and save Big Hat Logan, and rather than... running all the way back, we'll just homeward bone back to this bonfire. We're going to put a talisman on because I'll need that for the miracle. And yeah, let's go for it. So this is essentially the path you would take. I've just realised there that the stairs are in the wrong way. You could use this path to farm. You would have to kill fewer enemies, but this archer's going to get you a lot. So I don't know, it's up to you. I take the other way. because you do get the extra souls. But if you really wanted to, you could do it this way. It just means you'd have to turn the stairs a lot. Because you come down here, you turn these stairs, the channeler number 1 is above us, and channeler number 2 would be below. So they'll be both here. I die in a minute. This is the most stupid death I've done in this whole playthrough. He's gone. Instead of turning the stairs around, I go for this one and hold up. I don't have the health to hold up against us. I don't know what that was. Anyway, the stairs are in the right place now for the farming stretch, so I'll show you that on the way. So yeah, you can go that way and kill the 2 guys, but then you'd end up turning the stairs a lot. I'm just going to show you this way. This is the way I use, because you get those extra souls, and it's not much different, and you don't have to turn the stairs. So go up here, and then you will want to take care of this guy here. There are 2. There's one, he's following me from the opposite side of the stairs. One with a shield, and then there's one directly ahead. So he'll follow you. He's come from the opposite side. And then there's the one with the shield here as well. If you don't kill the archer, you'll just have to worry about the arrows hitting you while you're doing this. So it's just easier just to go and kill him quickly. It gives the other one time to run across. It kind of perfectly timed, in fact. You go and hit the archer, turn around, kill that one, kill the one in the doorway, come up here, kill this one, and then it's just the 2 channelers now. I was hoping I'd get lucky and get it now. I get hit again. I'm just angry that I died. Yes, and he teleports a lot as well. He'll teleport to this doorway, so a quick running slash will get rid of him. There is an archer behind him, so hold up. Once it's done, check the body, make sure he definitely not dropped the trident. And I'm starting to worry a bit here because I'm getting hit. I haven't picked my souls up yet. They're unfortunately on the opposite side, so I'm going to have to rotate the stairs. And get rid of this guy first. If you stand kind of below him, he will not. It's a very fine line where there is a place you can stand and hit him with Pyromancy, and he won't teleport, and he'll miss you with his sorceries. Yeah, he's not going, and he's teleported again. Let's go and get. I can't believe that one. It's because I don't have the 10 humanity, so my hits are weaker. I was expecting him to die, and he didn't. Yeah, so make sure you always rotate these stairs back to this position before homeward boning out back to the bonfire. Otherwise you'll have to go round and up the ladder. And then yes, we're just running back to save Logan now, so everything in reverse obviously. And then we can buy his pyromancies from him. It's not pyromancies, his sorceries from him. The final ones. And then eventually he will go mad and completely forget who you are. And yeah, unfortunately we have to kill him. But once you do kill him, you need to make him go mad, because when you do kill him, he'll drop the final sorcery of the game. But before that, he will also tell us how to kill Seath the Scaleless. He'll tell us about the crystal that's behind him. So let's just get down there. No, he didn't die. I thought he did. All the way to the bottom. The crystal guy, I think it's in this one or the one before, will follow you to the bottom, so be prepared to turn around and get him. These octopus type enemies will be down here now. They'll all be huddled together in that cell. They won't have come up the stairs. So they are a little more dangerous because they're all together, and they obviously do that jumping grab. So just be aware of that. They still die in 1 or 2 hits. I think if you double hand, they actually die in 1 hit. We will test that, I think. Plus you get the longer sweep of the sword as well. Yeah, so it's 1 hit with a double-handed hit. So get out the way. The other 2, the crying ones, won't be back. They were obviously a one-off with the sorceries. And done. So if you unlock the gate, you'll free Big Hat, obviously. Go and grab that Firekeeper soul at the back there. And go and speak to Big Hat Logan. And he'll meet you back up in the dark room. It's a side room near the bonfire in the Duke's Archive. There's actually a chest in there that we haven't got yet, which is blue Titanite chunk in it. So yeah, lots of sorceries. His sorceries are very expensive now. They're all crystal versions of previous sorceries. Make sure he's finished speaking and then just homeward back to the bonfire. And there we go. So he's running back. And then we'll find him in this dark room now. Now, unfortunately, he sells sorceries that we already have. And to make him go mad, you need to buy every single one. Not just the ones that you don't have.
This place is truly magnificent. More than expected even. As promised, I shall share the new sorceries.
So if we take a look in a moment, and he'll tell you the secret. So we have a look here. Got one of each of those, and then we have there 50,000, 20,000, 30,000. That's 100,000 souls. So buy what you can, and then you're gonna have to farm for the rest, or use some like hard souls. Obviously, don't use the boss ones. So buy whatever you can, but we don't have to buy them yet. We can go and do the boss and then come back and buy them. So I'm going to ask him about, if you talk to him, he'll tell you about Seathless. I've skipped forward here because he does go on quite a long time. Yeah, so now that he's told you about Seathless, we can go and take that dragon on. You're obviously going to get the souls from the boss fight. And depending how long this part takes you, farming for the Trident, then you might have a lot of souls. So I'm going to just restore humanity here and then kindle this bonfire. It's a good idea to do it anyway. The boss fight is not necessarily difficult. It's not difficult at all, actually. The problem is trying to cut his tail off, so a lot of Estus Flask are going to come in handy. So I'm just going to show you the path to farm once more. So break the tables down, kill these two. There is an archer up above us to the right on the bookcase. Don't worry about him, just ignore him. Run up here, take this archer out. And in the meantime, the guy with the shield will be coming towards you, which is going to be far enough away from the other guy with the shield. He'll always jump past. You can get the backstab. You'll get a pattern down. And you'll get very quick at doing this. I don't know. Oh, I just realised that's why I got hit. I realised in that instant then, as I got hit, that I haven't actually equipped the gold serpent ring. So definitely make sure you have that on. If you really wanted to, you could wear the symbol of Avarice, the chest head. But be aware your life is going to be draining, but you will get more souls from doing this. And then you won't need to wear the ring, but it's up to you. Just experiment around if you like. Just know that both of them, they don't stack. It's the humanity and one of either the ring or the symbol of Avarice that will increase your item discovery. Unfortunately, he teleports a lot, this one. But a quick running slash should take care of him. That was a close one. Always be aware that that archer's behind him. I'm just going to double check. I'm getting desperate. I was just settling in now at this point because I was thinking, this is going to take a long time. I remember doing it the first time and it took hours. So I was just getting ready to settle into the grind. Oh, it can be. I really do hope for you that it happens straight away. I really do. So here you can get him if you stand just in the right position, about there. You can get him before he teleports. And once you do that, homeward. You can see my souls have gone up by 4,000 or so. I haven't upgraded anything else. I haven't. This is literally the third run. Not to rub it in, I haven't even removed the talisman there. Not to rub it in, but yes, I got it on the third run. So yeah, don't worry, I've not spent my souls or anything. I've not missed anything out. I just got really, really lucky. And I really do hope it is the same for you as well. There are so few of these channelers in this game that farming from this is literally the best place to do it. Even though there's two of them, only two of them. If you don't kill these guys, they'll just follow you, so that's why I'm doing it. And if you don't want to kill them and you'd rather get shot by bows and twist the stairs around a lot, then obviously you can take the other way as well. But yeah, so I'm just going to show this because we continue straight on after I've got it, so that's why I'm doing this. And here we go. This one is the one that does it. I can't believe it. I'm stood here in shock. Little celebration there. We don't even go and bother killing that last one. That was so relieved because I was hoping that I was expecting this video to be extremely late if I was having to spend 6 to 8 hours farming for that again, because obviously I do want to include it in the video, otherwise it wouldn't be complete. And then we're moving on. I'm still not concentrating. I wasn't expecting to have to continue recording. And then we're going to go and get the hell out of here and get to Crystal Caves. Watch out for the drop below. It's a sneaky one. So there are lots of crystal golems here. Obviously this one stands out. This is obviously something a little rarer. They do hit harder, the gold ones, so be aware of that. As you can see, it will drain your shield in one, and it'll just break straight through your shield if it's not full. So Pyromancy is actually really good against these. Better than the sword is, to be honest. There are a few more of these gold ones later on. They don't drop anything special. This one, however, drops, I think it's Siegland. This is Siegmeyer's daughter. Siegland, there we go. So she's going to ask you, when you speak to her for a second time, so once this little conversation has ended, speak to her a second time and she'll ask you if you've seen her father. Answer yes, and she will go off to Firelink Shrine, and we're going to go and see her at the end of this video. If you say no, she'll leave and that will be it, and you'll miss out on the end of her sort of thing, and you need it for a Titanite slab, so make sure you say yes. And once you've done that, once you've exhausted the conversation, switch to Dark Hand, and we're going to extract 10 humanity from her. No, you've gone past it. There we go. So make sure it's not Pyromancy. Jesus. and then hit her. It can be a bit weird because we're on a hill here. The positioning's a bit weird, so just try and get them best in line as you can. So you see there, that's 11. I'm going to cut here, and I'm going to go straight up to number 20 here. So yes, that's 10, which is really good. You can either get it now, or you can wait until the end when we see her in Firelink, but she will disappear again. So I may actually advise you to get it. If you don't need it, don't get it now, because there is potential for a lot of death later in this next section. So if you don't, I'd get yourself up to 10 and then get the rest when we see her afterwards. Because yes, there is potential for death, and then it's kind of not in your control, and it is. So a second death could happen very quickly after the first one, even if you're concentrating, and losing all that humanity would just be soul crushing. Sorry for the little pun there, but yeah, you're going to lose all your souls, you're going to lose all your humanity. I'm going to advise you to do a backup save again. Backup saving is always a good thing on this game. I do one at the start of every section, before I do every video. There's always a backup save done. I hope you're doing the same. Especially when you get to this state where you've got a lot of humanity. It is getting to the point where we're going to hand in the 30. It's going to be at the start of the next video. You should have enough solid, enough hard humanity in your inventory to do that by now. That's why I've not been saying get the people to help us, the summons and things. We've not been using it. So yeah, we are going to do it at the beginning of the next episode. It's going to open up a shortcut, which is part of it. It's all very interconnected with regards to storylines. It's part of Solaire's storyline. So we need to save him. This golem can be a bit of a pain. We're going into the crystal caves now. It's a really nice place. It's very peaceful, but it has some horrendous platforming. And this game is not the best with regards to movement and platforming. Now these things here, these like ice, not ices, these crystal shards that we're walking on, these are not bad, these ones, but some later on are very slippy. You'll just step on the wrong side of them and you'll slide off and you'll die. It's as simple as that. So there is specific paths you need to take. See there, you walk on the edge of it, you just slide down. There we go. So there are bits like that which are suspended above nothing. You'll just slide off. So you saw me stand on an invisible thing before. I'm going to do it again now. This here, this message, is not an online message. That is always there. I'm not playing online. You are more than likely will be. So you'll see little blood splats everywhere, blood patches. You'll see messages everywhere. So it's actually going to be easier for you to spot the edges of this invisible flooring. But there's a direct straight line from where I started to this opposite side here. So we're going to get this golem's attention. So you see there's a direct line. The snowflake or the crystal flakes, whatever they are, kind of help you out, but don't rely on them. You can see they do hit the invisible floor, but you can't always tell where the edge is. He wasn't coming. I was hoping he'd come all the way up, but he didn't. So we need to get his attention again. He can get stuck. That's what I'm trying to do. Come on. He will get stuck. He's going to hit me that one time. And now he's stuck. Meaning we can kill him quite easily. The reason I'm doing this is because these guys hit you hard. And even if you block it, they're going to send you flying. And that's the last thing you need when you're up here with narrow invisible flooring. So running a straight line across here, and here's one of these slippy ones. So stay on the top edge, the bright edge, in a moment. You can see there's moonlight butterflies everywhere as well, so stay along this top edge. I'm just going to heal here. Stay on this top edge, and even on this top edge you're going to see that's not me doing that. That is the floor, so beware of that. See, there's another floor down here, so I'm going to drop down, and there's going to be 3 crystal lizards in here. I'm going to use the old yeah, we missed those. I'm going to use the old quit out and reload trick. I'm going to do that twice, but you're only going to see the final one. So I've killed the second crystal lizard. He gave me some green titanite, twinkling titanite, I think it was, same as this one. So get that done. And now unfortunately we need that item over there. It's a blue titanite slab. We need that to fully upgrade weapons. So you see I'm stood in the middle of nothing. And that is not a straight run at all. Best way to you're supposed to use prism stones here to sort of tell where you've been. Best way to do it is use a bow and arrow. Shoot it into the floor directly ahead of you, as low as you can. Look as far down as you can. Shoot into the floor. If it does that, it's safe to walk forward. Stand exactly where the arrow hit. Still safe. Still safe. So this path goes straight up. It actually goes upwards as well, and there you can see it's completely missed. It's gone. So when it does that, look to the left and turn down again. Move forward, and then you'll see that is it. If I shoot now, we should miss. There we go. So it's just one step to the left, and then it's straight again. And I think another one, and then it's a hole again. No, one more. So safe for another. And then that's a bit far away. I think at that point the path is this way, to the right. So yeah, the path kind of goes down now as well, so it is deceiving. So you don't want to go too far. You can go too far with the path to the right. There is a path ahead of us, so think of it as sort of a T-junction. So you're going to have to try and find it. The problem is it's also going down, so the arrows do appear further away now. So that's safe. That's safe. There is another dog leg, I think, so you're going to have to watch out for that. There on the edge again. That's safe. I'm sure. Are we good? Are we good? No, I think there's another dog leg, so just look out for that. I think there is a gap, a cheeky little gap there. So once you're at this sort of angle, you are free to run to it. Whew. Now this is what I was meaning about lots of deaths. You can die there very easily. So when I quit out to get those, to grab the blue titanite and just bone back, don't try and go back the same way. Just go back to the bonfire in Duke's Archive and run back. That's what I'm doing. Before attempting all of that, make a backup save. When you quit out for the crystal lizards, do a save there, because you don't want to make a double fall. It's not fun. It's not a great bit, but unfortunately we do need that blue titanite. So now it's just a case of running all the way back. The gold golems won't be back. Or the first one. I think the second one may be back. Oh, we didn't do the second one. That's right. That's why he's not. That's why he's back. We didn't do him. But there is another one. We're gonna just run circles around him, or try to anyway. But this path I'm taking now, this run, sort of keep an eye on it. If you die at the boss, you'll have to do the same run. This one, if you hold your shield up, you can usually just slide straight past him as he does that. And just run on past. Just keep going, because they are following you, and they do that big jump slam, which can knock you off balance. I've just realised I've still got the Covetous Serpent Ring on. I shouldn't have that on anymore. I just got too excited, I think, once I got on the Trident that early. The Moonlight Butterflies as well, by the way, they will stay docile until you attack them. And the last thing you want is those guys going for you. So I'm going across here. This is another straight run. You can see there's a gold golem there, and there's also an item. It is just a blue titanite chunk, but we do need all the upgrade materials we can get. So I'm going to go and get it. Now we finally realise the ring is wrong. Put that one back on. And I'm going to get his attention. Always be careful when you stood on these invisible floors. Nope, he's not having it. I suppose you could, in theory, kill him with a bow and arrow. It would take you a long time, though. So I'm just going to realise that he does actually spot me. This is one of those particularly slippy ones. Do not step on the left-hand side of this one. I'll show you again because we will go down there in a moment. I'm going to basically run a circle around him. Get him to follow. Stay high on this one. If you do hit the right height, you won't slide down, but you can also slide down. And it's nothing you can do about it. So I'm going to drop onto this floor again, go through this tunnel. There is another floor here. And then you drop down. Stay on the left side of this one. Do not step on that right hand side. You'll slide down and die. Unfortunately. And then he's kind of stuck. And then as soon as you go up, this is a straight run. It's the one we were on before. Run straight up. He's going to notice you again. And you just have to get rid of him the same way you got rid of the first one. He is a bit more on a leash than the first one, so he might kind of back off. Yeah, he's backed off again, annoyingly. He will follow you up eventually. It's a case of getting his attention. But you don't want... You have to kind of run away at the same time, because if he does that slam, he's going to force you off the edge. There, he's done it then. He's backing away again. Come on. The problem is he doesn't go back to his resting point at the start where he started. He goes back to the other one's resting point. Don't know what that was. And eventually you'll get him to come up here. Here he comes. If he does this back away now, if you check that he doesn't respond to your attacks, you can actually go and yeah, he's not responding at all. There we go. So you can see there's kind of a backwards movement when he starts doing that, which he's going to start doing again. I thought I had him stuck, but he doesn't. He backs off again. If he does that, you can go after him and hit him. Oh, finally, we are done. Let's move on. We've got everything we need to find in this area, so it's a case of getting to the boss. Now, you're going to see something weird happen. Now, I'm not sure if it's anything to do with the salt there. It happened again, the sliding. So you can actually fall this off this side as well. Just beware. It is just a straight line. Just be careful on that one. You can't drop off the left side of that one. Straight run again. You'll see a little bit of shard of crystal there. It's poking out. Just head for that, and you'll be fine. Now there is a moonlight butterfly to my left. I don't know whether it's because I picked that soul up. Let's have a look. But it basically is not happy. So if that happens, get the hell out of there. And once you're through here, you're safe anyway. Now, there are those weird crab guys in here. Or clams, I suppose they are. It's a good idea to kill these guys. They can drop Twinkling Titanite or Purging Stones, and with an exceptionally high humanity, although it does stop at 10, there is a very good chance they're going to drop stuff. And there we go. So Twinkling from that one. If you're coming back through here after dying from the boss, just run down this left-hand side of the one at the bottom as well, and just go straight through the boss fog. You don't need to bother killing these again. You don't need to bother killing anything again. Unfortunately, you will go all the way back to the Duke's Archive bonfire. That is the closest one. There isn't one down here. But you can just run all the way. I'm having a bit of trouble with this one. Every double hit, every second hit, they will stagger a bit. That must be because of the fire, I'm sure. So try and get one at a time. You don't want more than one of these guys on you. They can hurt. That can hurt quite a lot. So once you have a rhythm on them, they're quite easy. Nothing in that one. Just 3 more left. The ones facing you will they'll come for you first. Getting to be a bit of a clan graveyard up here. Another Twinkling there. And you can see that shining thing right far at the back end there. That is the boss room. The shining thing is the crystal, the source of Seath's power. So destroying that is the first thing you have to do in the boss fight. Otherwise, you can't damage him. We'll get to that in a moment. Just this last one left now. Oh, that hurts. Anything from this final one? Nope. Right, on to the boss. Let's watch the intro. So you step into the room and you'll get the intro to start with. Now I did die a really stupid death and I'm not going to show you that, but I am coming back through the boss fog here to start the fight over again. There's the crystal thing. I'm actually going to get his attention first. I'm going to run around him a bit. The problem is, what we've got to do is we've got to cut his tail off. And it's not those two at the side, it's the one at the back. And he constantly will try and rotate around. So this is what we're going for, this tail here. And now we're going to go and get this. So I've put him in the middle of the room. And once you do this, he sort of stuns a bit. Which means you can go and get the tail. You'll have a bit of a run at it. So make sure it's visible. There we go. Come on, go, go. An opening like this, you have to go for the end, the tip of the tail. And once you do that, you can get the Moonlight Greatsword. There it is. So it can take quite a while. So take that first opportunity. Put him in a position where you're actually able to hit his tail. He can back into a wall and you won't be able to even reach the tip. It'll sort of clip through the wall. He's having a right moment here. He doesn't do this usually. He usually spins around, does a lot of crystal stuff. But he's obviously really annoyed that I cut his tail off. He's not usually this bad. So when he's doing this, obviously stay away from him. And eventually He'll go back to his normal crystal attack, which is fine. It's okay. If you've got high humanity, you're not going to take much damage, or you'll have a high resistance to the curse. It is curse, and it is painful, so get off them. He has the 2 types again like he did initially. So yeah, it's just a case of going for his tentacles, really. Keep running him round in circles, and just keep going for the side bits. If you don't get the tail the first time, yeah, watch out for the just get out of the way. Double handing is a good idea as well. There's nothing to block, and eventually you'll take him down like that. So yeah, if you don't hit the tail, you're just gonna have to run him in circles. If he's not doing his crystal attack, run in front of him, get him to do the crystal, then run around the back. It can take a bit. It's not a very dangerous. I don't know how I died, to be honest. I think it was just a lapse of concentration. I got stuck in the crystals. Anyway, yeah, so it is just a case of running around in circles, and if you get to a point where you're going to kill him and you don't have the sword, now it's up to you. You can either kill yourself, or you can remember to get it in the next playthrough. I wouldn't advise that though, because HP, attack and everything is going to be a lot higher in the second playthrough, so probably best to either homeward bow now, or just get yourself killed and run back and try it again. So we're back. We've warped back now. We're going to purchase the remaining sorceries. You should have more than enough souls by now. And then you speak to him again, which I'm just going to forget to do at this moment. So if you go and speak to him... Well, there we go. Just remembered. Go speak to him again. He's going to say, "Who are you?" He's completely forgotten. He's gone. He's lost his mind. So that's the point you know that you're able to go and fight him. And that's what we're going to do. You can find him in the first Seathless room, which is... Which way are you going? Go this way. Okay. Sure. Don't know what that was then. Basically, we're just getting to the first room. I'll show you where this the Avalyn crossbow is now. It's obviously up to you if you want to get it. I'm not going to get it. It's not needed for any trophies or anything, and it can involve a lot of dying and just frustration. I don't use crossbows, so I don't really care for it. But if they're your thing, then you may want to go and get it. It is weaker, but it has more. I think that's how it works. It fires more, but it is weaker. So you can see a chest in a second. We're just going to clear these guys out so I can show you properly. Straight sword. Just get rid of these two, and then I'll be able to show you properly. Right, the bookcase to the right hand side there has a chest at the end. You see it there? So what you need to do is you need to get on those steps up there, and you need to rotate them, and as they're rotating you need to run to the bottom of them and drop down and fall onto the bookcase. If you miss the bookcase, the fall will kill you. Yeah. If you hit the bookcase and haven't cleared the enemies out, the enemies will kill you. It's a pain. It's a real pain. So it's up to you if you want to try it. It will take a lot of timing. Even if you get the, even if the enemies don't kill you, you could get the timing wrong and you'll miss. And I don't know. I didn't personally find it worth it, so I'm not doing it again. But if you want everything, you're going to have to brave it out. But I don't want to lose humanity or anything at this point, so I don't want a double death. Up here should be clear now. There'll be nothing up here. And he won't be here now, so if you just do the old quit out and then jump back in, you'll see a little bit of fog here, and then you'll see him. He's actually hiding. There he is. So apparently to do this you need to take all your clothes off and then, so he's obviously gone mad, and kill him is very easy to kill. And you pick up the final sorcery of the game and get Wisdom of Sage. Again, don't worry if you don't have that now. You should have if you've bought everything. I have showed you where everything is. I will go through in the final video of this first playthrough. Large Magic Ember, get that as well. Final video of this playthrough. I'll show you everything and I'll tell you where. I'll go through the list of them and I'll tell you where they can all be found, just in case you're missing anything. Now it's time to get the hell out of here. I'm going to bone back. I'll end up in, I think, Seath's bonfire where the boss fight was. From there, go to Firelink and speak to Sieglund. If you need that extra humanity from her, do that now. Say, have you seen your father? Answer again, yes. And then we're going to warp over to the Daughter of Chaos. And that's going to be the start. We are dealing with fire next. So our sword kind of becomes a bit more... not useless, but one of the bosses will need to change it. So we'll do that when the time comes. So I'm just going to warp there. And I'll purchase a Pyromancy, or the last Pyromancy I need from Ingi, whatever his name is here. I have enough souls, so again, don't worry if you don't have it, I will remind you. Toxic Mist, 25,000. It's not the last Pyromancy, but it's the last one I need for now. And this is where we'll start the next video off. Right, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.